love to play if you're a player or you're a coach. You know, games that count, that mean you're going to be done if you don't win, and if you do win, you're going on to play for a national championship. I look for a real good matchup here. I expect that we'll have a real good athletic team from Durham and a real good athletic team from Humber. I don't think you got a whole lot of difference. Probably Durham's a little bit bigger than Humber in terms of size. Humber's more experienced, I think, in that their guys know each other better, that they've played longer together. And Mike Cates does a great job, and so does Kerry Vincent over at Durham. But I look for this to be a real good game. Athletes flying all over the floor, loose balls, fast breaks. And I think we're going to be in for a real treat tonight, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this one, just from a coach's point of view, but just as a fan as well. This is going to be very interesting to watch, see how both teams vie for that position to dominate throughout the night. Offensive glass, I think, will be probably the most important thing. They're starting 4 kids, Durham Lords that is, that are over 6'7".
Yeah, they got some size. They got some real good size out there. And they got some real athletes, too. 24, Shane Nicely's amazing. He's like a little bit like Willie in the first game, except he's played a lot longer than Willie has played the game. And for Humber, I guess the guy to look out for is Jason Daly, number 00. He's about 6'2", but he plays like he's about 6 foot. He plays like he's about 7'2", to be honest with you. He has real good jumping ability and real good around the basket. So these are some of the guys to watch out for.
Okay, for Humber starting off, they're the home team on the board. 00, Jason Daly. 23, Adrian Clark. 34, O'Neal Marshall. Number 50, Stephen Berry. And number 55, Lauren Beckford. For the Durham Lords at 40, with the ball that just pulled up for the shot. Well, that's Augusta Deaconese. Number 14, Kendrick Hopkins. Number 10, Sandy Jeffries. Looks like Beckford scored the first 2 points of the game for Humber Hawks. Number 5 as well for Durham with the ball right now is Bill Cardis. Bringing the ball on the right hand side is Kendrick Hopkins. Durham's down 2-0 early. Kendrick Hopkins going right.
Offensive foul on Augusto Duquesne, number 40. They called him for the offensive foul. When he set the screen and Kendrick Hopkinson drove off him, it looks like he pivoted and removed his feet. And whenever you do that and the guy's dribbling the basketball at you and you're setting a screen, it's called a moving screen and it's illegal. You have to be set still when a guy's dribbling off you from a screening standpoint.
That's Augusta's first foul. Jason Daly on the wing passes up to Adrian Clark. Adrian Clark with the ball over to number 50, Berry. Berry over to 00. Beckford steps out, pump fake, dribble 1. Off the glass, nice touch. Challenged by number 24. Nicely.
And Humber's in a press here to start. Looks like it's a 1-2-1-1 or 1-2-2, and I think it's just to confuse him, just to try to confuse him, and then they're falling back into what looks to be, to me, a man-to-man.
Definitely a man-to-man you might recognize, Mr. Eisman. Nicely on the glass. There they go again. Offensive rebounding.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Bobby. They traveled. He's going to call him for a travel. I'm not sure he did travel. I'd like to see that again, if I could.
Codis with the traveling
ball.
Like
he just put a pivot on, but he kept his foot still. Let me see. It looked like he did. He did travel. He did travel.
Barry dishing off the ball to the corner to number 34, Marshall. Marshall back over to Barry. Beckford passing it to him. Jason Daly coming off the curl, pulls up on top, inside and out. On the glass is Beckford. Nicely takes it away from him.
Took it right away from him, Bobby. Beckford had position, just couldn't squeeze it.
Number 10, Sandy Jeffries, dribbling up the ball on the right side. Running up his offense, telling Nicely to run to the right wing. Augusto coming off that screen. Jeffries over to Kendrick Hopkins. Hopkins inside to Augusto.
Off the ball. Away from 23. Adrian Clark, it looks like.
Adrian Clark pushes Mr. Caldis in the back. Definitely a physical game earlier on.
It looks like it, Bobby. Right around that basket. They're banging all over the place.
Jason Daly on Kendrick Hopkins. Nice and low on the step.
Posted up.
The keys on Beckford. Backs Beckford down. Beckford holds his position.
Reach. Daly.
Daly sinks down to the post, but reaches in and gets the foul called.
Yeah, they're going to try to post up number 40, Augusto Duquesne. He's a big, strong kid. He's about 6'9", probably weighs about 200 40 pounds.
And he plays at the other level.
Real strong upper body. He's played professionally before, I understand. And he averaged 12 points a game, so I'm going to guess that he was a pretty much of a team player, and he could have scored a lot more if he wanted to. Wanted to move it around and have a balanced attack for the Durham Lords and Coach Kerry Vincent.
Knocks down 2 of his foul shots. Barry with the ball on the left wing. Over to Marshall. Marshall hesitates, steps, nothing there. Barry on the three-point attempt. Short. Goes over the backboard. Ball goes to Durham.
Teams are just feeling each other out here so far, B. Looks like to me.
2-2 tie with 17 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half of this gold medal championship at OCAA Champions. Rogers Cable, Community 22, bringing us exciting basketball action.
Good job by 55. Who's 55?
Rowan Beckford steps up.
Did a real good job of fronting Augusto Duquesne there, not letting him catch the pass. So what happened was, when the guy went to bounce it on the floor to him, he couldn't catch up with it.
Marshall on the wing. Pass over to Beckford. Beckford swings it, looks back door, nothing there. They pass back out to Barry. Barry gets baseline Marshall. Marshall squares up, nothing there. Gets Duquesne. Passes out to Jason Daly. Swings it for one, back inside to Beckford, nothing there. Marshall dribbles left, jumps off his feet to Barry. Barry has the ball up top, calls fist as a signal with 4 seconds on shot clock. Goes right on nicely. Jason Daly pulls off in time. Misses nothing but net. Should have been a violation. Nothing there. Kendrick Hopkins brings up to the right floor as Jason Daly gets in his shorts. Good defense on both parts.
Great defense, Bobby. Great defense here. Look at this.
Trapping the cards on Jeffrey. Jeffrey comes out with a left-hand dribble. Inside out move. Baseline jumper. It's good.
All he did, Bobby, was just go from one side of the court to the other and look at his teammates and used them all as screens. And he got off a little jumper by using a screen from, I think, Shane Nicely.
Good job by Jeffrey. Daly on the wing, not looking for a shot position. Adrian Carton squaring up. They reach in and get it.
Can't put it on the floor and go in the middle like that. If you're going in the middle with the ball on the floor, you got to go to the basket. And there was just too many green shirts in there to expect to be able to go anywhere with the basketball. Here's Jeffrey using that screen again.
Nicely over the top to Crowders. Crowders pivoting on the top.
He walks for sure there. I saw him switch pivot feet there. You can see this real good, I think. There he is catching the ball. Now, you didn't see him move the other foot earlier, but he did move it earlier. That was definitely a travel.
Durham sticking together at all times here. 4-2 for the Durham team. 15 minutes left in the first half of this gold medal game. Marshall on the wing. Down screen set to Beckford. Nicely fighting over top.
Again, there you go. Same kind of defense at this end of the court. Doesn't look like either team is going to allow anyone to post up on the block. They're going to try to play in front.
Full court
not
defense.
Let him take that position.
Full court defense being shown here. They drop back off to a half court set. Jeffries with the ball into Kendrick Hopkins. Hopkins looks into the post. McCain posts up, gets it in a low corner. Drop steps, basket, left-handed shot off the glass. It's good.
Just as soon as I tell, nobody's going to let anybody post up. Duquesne posts up Rowan Beckford.
Barry with the ball up top, running this offense for the Humber Hawks. Inside out on Jeffries. Jeffries getting a foul.
Yeah, he got him with the upper body, probably.
He was very confident there when the offense was broken down by the denial to take it one-on-one himself and make a good attempt at getting to the basket.
Yeah, Stephen Barry looks like a real good point guard here.
Nicely tips that out of bounds.
He really looks like he understands the basketball game and how to play the basketball game.
Humber Hawks players are grabbing their shorts, indicative of them being very tired, I imagine, already, with only 15 minutes left in the first half. Outside shot by Rowan Beckford. That is good for 3.
Cannot let him shoot that, Bobby. If they let him shoot that all day, they'll be in trouble. Rowan can hit that shot.
1 point deficit now. Humber Hawks are down. Durham brings the ball up. Jeffries with the ball at the top, calling out his offense in a box formation. Crowdis on the left wing, lob pass inside the offensive foul, just like the way it was diagrammed. nicely, gets called for it.
I think what you see here, the lob pass. Now he's got to give him some space to come down. That's a tough call, Bobby.
He did lean into him and he did have position.
I think in a situation like that with the ball up in the air, the defensive man has got to give the guy a step to come down.
Beckford stepping out for another three. Touchdown, checked out of bounds.
Now, was there a hand in his face there on that? They get a hand in his face like that. I thought so too. They're calling for a tip, and I can't see him missing a shot by that much unless it was tipped.
Not by that much. Referees are discussing the last foul situation. They got 3 fouls up on Durham's side and only 2 on Humber's side, and only 1 foul showing on the clock, that being Jason Daly's first foul. Again, they're still feeling out each other. It's like a heavyweight matchup with each opponent throwing a jab just to see how they're going to react to it.
I think you're right. You know, it looks like they're trying to establish some territory under the basket, especially Durham. Durham wants to get the ball inside, and Humber did a real good job the first couple times down the floor, not letting him post up, and then they were able to post him up a few times. And they got the charge on the one call, and they got the basket on the other call. On the other hand, Humber looks like they're going to mix it up, try to keep the paint open, and so they can drive to the basket instead of trying to post people up, because they don't have the size advantage that Durham has.
Here they go. Let's see if they go inside on the glass again and try and do it. Jeffries brings the balls up on top, passes out to Nicely. Nicely just gets that ball away from Marshall. Nicely destroys the rim, folks. He could have stopped and taken a plane ticket to another country and still did not come down yet. Jason Daly tried to bounce it back. Nothing there.
Good rebound by Nicely as well here at the other end. They want to run now. Let's see if they get something here. Good job. Putting it on the floor. You can't put the basketball on the floor until you square up.
Barry pushing it up the floor to Marshall. Marshall with a good look at the basket. 3-point shot, nothing there. Little nudge. Kendrick Hopkins coming up with Augusta. Hesitation move, left baseline, passing to Crowdis. Crowdis with the left hand, and it's good. 4-0 run by the Durham Lords. They lead the Humber Hawks by 5. Marshall on the wing. Looking inside, Adrian Clark stepping out for a shot.
Nice job. Set a screen, and after he set the screen, he rolled off, stepped out, caught the pass, and knocked down a jumper. Real nice play by Adrian Clark.
Jeffrey dribbling up the ball the right side, cuts off to the middle. Barry giving him a little bit of space. Card is looking to set the pick. Inside out, nothing there, brings it back up. Good recovery by the defense. Shuffle pass inside.
Real good look by Crowdis there. Crowdis kept the ball down low, just put the little shovel pass into Augusto, and he knocked it down for a little inside.
For stepping up, clearing up for Jason Daly. Jason Daly kicks it out to Marshall. Marshall back inside to Jason Daly. Jason kicks it up top to Clark from the same spot. Again. Adrian Clark with his second basket in a row. Brings the Humber Hawks within 3 points. Durham leads 12-9 with 12 minutes left in the first half of this gold medal championship game, the Ontario College Athletic Association men's basketball. Brought to you on Rogers Community 22. Looks like the Humber Hawks have dropped back into a 2-3 zone. Called travel again. And they got that turnover. Subbing into the game for Humber Hawks is number 31, that is. It looks like Al St. Louis. He's replacing Marshall, number 34. They're going even smaller than they were on the last possession. The Humber Hawks are now 3 guards. It looks like they have 1 post player being Beckford, who shoots a 3 from outside. Beckford's on the block. Shows he has the inside game as well.
Yep. Little Shane Nicely, number 24, fell asleep there. Let Beckford have the block, and he gave it to him, and he knocked it down. Real good pass by Stephen Barry, number 50.
Looks like a 2-3 zone with the other guard covering the high post. Penetration by Jeffries, jumps in.
That's going to be on Barry, number 50.
It looks like that's Barry's second, I imagine. Nope, that'll be his first.
Looks like we got a timeout here. Yeah, Barry knocked him there on that play. Wasn't down in his crouch in proper defensive position. And as a result, he hit him because he was standing up.
Cellular communications for this production were provided by Trentel AT&T.
Here we are back at the gold medal game. Durham calling the timeout as the game is a 1-point differential. Durham leading 12-11 over Humber College. Both teams again just feeling each other out. No team with a major advantage. The biggest point of margin of lead here so far has been 4 points.
Yeah, Bobby, both teams are really evenly matched here, and Durham's advantage is in their size and Humber's advantage is in their quickness. So we'll have to see which one wins out here.
Humber playing the 2-3 zone again with collapsing down on the post players as they overload one side, play inside out, nicely missing that little short jumper. On the board, a man over boys. He's playing like a man right now.
Augusto's a tough player inside there. He takes up so much space.
It's safe as we get ready for spring training, and diving into second base was Joe St. Louis, or Al St. Louis.
Oh, Kerry Vincent's a little upset with that call right there. Augusto, the only thing he could have done there was be down in his crouch a little bit more. But by down in your crouch, I mean down low with your butt to the floor, so you're getting lower than the offensive man. If you're standing up straight and a guy goes by you and there's any contact, the foul is going to be on you every time.
Subbing into the game for the Durham Lords is number 44, DeLon Granderson. I've known DeLon for a few years now, Jack. He went down to junior college in the States to play for a year and ended up coming back to Durham College. That year of experience seemed to have put on a little bit of bulk. And now let's see if he's actually improved his game. Because he was trying to all-star at one point.
Yeah, Bobby, he was a real good player at Runnymede High School in Toronto. And didn't quite find his way at first when he came out of high school.
Nicely.
And now he's with Durham. Doing a good job for him is what I hear.
Nicely just ran through Al St. Louis and sent him into the other county, or sorry, other province.
Yeah, I think Al tried to take a charge here. Here we see nicely coming down, and again, not down in your crouch. Went for the little reach there, which I don't know if you saw with his left hand, and got called for the reach.
Regardless of the ball, kicking it over to DeLon Granderson. Granderson penetrating right, pulls up. Offensive-minded, nicely tips it out.
Good job by Nicely on the offensive glass. Couldn't get the ball himself, so he tipped it out to his teammate.
Nicely in the high post, jumper, short, nothing but there's Granderson on the boards to pick up the loose ball and put it in. Offensive foul call on Al St. Louis. He's definitely been brought into the game to create something on the offensive end in terms of transition.
DeLon.
Yeah,
but he did a great job there. Watch him stand in here and take the charge. Watch him stand in here and take the charge. Get nice and low. Just keep his feet and get the charge call. A real good play because Humber's beating him down the floor, but he got down in position and didn't let him have the layup.
Humber looking like they're ready for a half-court trap. Rotation over the top to Granderson. Granderson, a nice hard shot. Nothing there. Picked up by Barry. Barry trying to get control of that ball. Over to Adrian Clark. Adrian Clark pulls up Barry with a nice open look off left. Nicely over top of everybody. Picks up the board and comes down hard on the floor.
Yeah, they got a little confused there with the rebound. You see that happen sometimes. And one didn't know who was going to grab it. The other one didn't know who was going to grab it. And they wind up knocking it out of bounds.
Coming into the game for the Humber Hawks is number 34, O'Neal Marshall, replacing Adrian Clark. Barry with the ball as Kendrick Hopkins grimaces in pain, but still finds his man on defense. Marshall on the block, tips it off into the game for Durham is number 50.
Tom Corey.
Tom Corey coming off it with the ball on the wing right now. Pass out to Hendricks. Or ball to number 14, Kendrick Hopkins. Shot outside by Nicely, 3-point attempt, nothing there. Jason Daly shows us his ability to jump into a crowd and pick up a rebound. St. Louis on the wing, transition again, in and out. Marshall with the ball on the rebound. Back to Daly. Daly dribbles right once, pulls up, checked off the hand, but still knocks it down.
Jason Daly's real tough inside. If you see him get the basketball in the paint, 9 times out of 10 he's going to score. Real good inside player. Doesn't look like Durham's too comfortable shooting the outside jumper. This zone by Humber has done a real good job for them in terms of changing up the tempo a little bit.
Granderson penetrated in. Crowdis at the top of the key over to Hopkinson. Hopkinson's long. At the beginning of the game, we were discussing strategies and how we're going to decide who's going to win the game, different philosophy in coaching, and we're wondering who the three-point threat was for Durham. I have not seen a three-point threat.
I was talking to Kerry Vincent before the game, and I asked him who his three-point shooter was, and he was telling me that he doesn't even like the three-point shot, and he doesn't really have one. They knocked down 7 or 8 threes last night, but it was just by chance. They're not really three-point shooters. And I think what he was trying to tell me is that he does not have a three-point shooter.
St. Louis pulled up jumper, nothing there, tipped out by Marshall. St. Louis gets it back, looking to get another shot up, passes over to Berry. Berry now with the ball at the top. Beckford steps outside a pick, nicely doesn't hedge on it. Up to Marshall, Marshall looks, penetrates one dribble, pull up, off long. Berry with the rebound and foul and dribbles out to the three-point line, sets up the offense. Beckford gets a good look, puts it up, short left, nobody rebounds for him. Hopkinson comes up with a rebound, and Durham still holds on to a 2-point lead. Corey with the ball over to Hopkins. Looks like they have a triangle, high post to Cordes. Back out to Corey long, nothing there. St. Louis with the rebound. Pushes up left side, hesitate dribble, stops. Spin dribbles over to the right side to Marshall. Berry's open, they missed him on the weak side. Jason Daly pass inside to Marshall, nothing there. He kicks it across to St. Louis, jab step left, pull up jumper, short. Comes off, almost a break. Jason strips it loose. Not over, just out, Hopkinson.
It was in a basket beat. It comes down on him.
Action
tough
everywhere.
Tough call there for Jason Daly. He had a nice offensive rebound, knocked the shot down, and it popped out on him.
Hopkins slowing it down again. Durham seems to be playing a slower tempo game, trying to get the ball inside to their big players. There it is, dribbling on the floor. Referee calls a violation.
Can't put the ball on the floor, B, in the paint, unless you turn and square the basket first and see where you're going, okay? You catch the ball, you put it on the floor, and then turn around, you're in trouble every time in this game.
Here he is turning to the basket, but he did put it down before making any attempt to look at the object, the basket, before he made his move. Durham leading 16-14 in this gold medal game, OCAA Championship men's basketball. Subbing into the game for Humber Hawks is number 22, Reverend Williams. Jason Daly missing that shot. Marshall just missing that rebound. DeLon Granderson gets fouled by number 34, O'Neal Marshall. Referees are doing a great job with foul situations, keeping on top of it. 6 fouls for Humber, 4 fouls for Durham.
Pretty even there, Bobby, with the fouls, that's for sure.
Definitely some good refereeing being placed here tonight at a gold medal game.
Yeah, you know, the thing you want in a game like this is you don't want to notice the referees, and so far, I don't think we have. They have done a very good job.
Subbing into the game for the Humber Hawks is number 40, Patrick Nelson. And subbing out is Ron Beckford. Loose ball on the floor. Crowdis Diceford doesn't come up with it. Reverend Williams with a hesitation still. Jason Daly on the right goes up strong. There's Adrian Clark with the rebound as the smaller team was dominating the board on that occasion.
And the reason they are is that you saw they had 4 guys that ran back. You know, you put 4 people under the basket and come running back hard, you're going to get the ball. Real good hustle by Humber.
16 all on the score. Granderson baseline, nothing there as defense swarms him. Crowdis with the ball up top, kicks it back to Jeffries. Granderson looks for a shot. It's good. That's something that he has definitely tried to do over the last year and a half with his game, is step outside and shoot that long distance range jumper.
Well, I think that Humber will take that. I mean, it's the first time they knocked one down, and what they're going to say is knock him down consistently and see if you can beat us from outside at the three-point line. And we'll have to see how it shapes out.
Adrian Clark at the top. After setting the clean, swings it over to Reverend Williams. Reverend wants to take him, you know that. Pulls up one dribble left. That is something he looks for when he comes on the court, to look to score baskets.
Revy's a real good one-on-one player, Bobby. You know that. He can put the ball on the floor and break you down one-on-one as well as anybody. Revy has to play defense, though. That's where he runs into some trouble.
Jeffries looking up, swings it over to Corey. Corey penetrates left. Nothing there. Doesn't look like he wants to be a threat. Kicks it outside to Granderson again. Hesitates. Nothing there. Back out to Corey. Looks again. Hesitates again on that shot. Sends it over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey makes something happen with only 3 seconds left. Pulls up. Off left. Rebound. Marshall outlet.
Here we go. Here we go.
Neil, here's Revy and the block.
Again, here we go
to the booth as they run us over, and we make a saving tackle to stop the action that's moved into the telecast booth, and we are still alive here at Algonquin College.
Very luckily, by the way.
We are saving the day here. Reverend Williams
Bobby, I
coming
caught
up the
that
right
television.
side.
I caught that television. You see the guy step and take away the position and not let him get up the sidelines. And here we go.
As he takes
here
us out,
go.
as we go, we're in the action and we're not even in uniform. Here we go, Marshall taking out the ball for Humber College. Passes up to number 40, Patrick Nelson. Nelson at the top, running the point right now. Revy running the baseline.
Single double.
Single double.
Single double is what this is called here.
Kicks it out inside.
Show it to you. We will.
Marshall inside to Clark. Marshall looking in, two-man game. Dribbles left, good move. Left-hand layup misses. There's Adrian Clark with the rebound. Armstrong and the foul, but nothing called by the referee. Jason Dale with the tip, nothing there. Back in is Clark and jump ball as they are fighting tenaciously for that basketball.
Real good hustle underneath the basket. Humber, who's a smaller team, is going a lot more aggressive to the glass than Durham was on that occasion there. There's a good drive by O'Neal. Just falls a little short, and look at Humber keep going after the basketball.
Ball up to Rev Williams, dribble one to the right, pull up nicely, gets a hand on that. Very nicely, I bet.
Yes. Nicely with a nice block.
On the block. Number 5, Cowardice gets called with a hold as both players trip to the floor. Tough spot to call a foul in.
That's a tough call there right there. What happened was Crowders fell down and was trying to get up, and there was another guy that was right there, and Billy called a foul, and I don't like that call at all.
Score is 19-18 for Durham. They lead by 1.
The reason I don't like the call is because there's no effect on the play there. That had no effect on anything. No bearing whatsoever. So let it go.
Marshall on the wing. Adrian stepping up high. Clark, that is. Over to Jason Daly. DeLon covered and backdoor cut. Flex,
Travel,
but they
travel.
did get called for travel. He was so wide open. Looks to the floor as if it caused the traveling. I imagine a 2-foot jump stop would have saved him that violation.
Probably what happened there, Bobby, is he got a little excited because he was so open right under the basket, and his back was to the basket, and he knew he wanted to get a shot off, so he rushed a little bit and wound up traveling with the basketball. Real good game we got going here, though. 1-point game, 6-6 in fouls, 4:14 left, 2 heavyweights.
Jeffries with the ball, passes over to the corner to subbing into the game, number 20, Trevor Challenger, it looks like. Nicely out top to Jeffries. Shot clock running down a deep. Take it. Missed as he comes nicely over the back. Nothing there. Adrian Clark to Jason Daly up the wing to Nelson. Nelson dribbles up the right side. Marshall in the block. Nothing there. 3 defenders surround him. Swings it over to Adrian Clark. Reverie on the wing, and he's looking to take him. Passes inside to Jason Daly. Fadeaway jumper. Nice and high arcing shot. Marshall with the board. Brings it out top. New shot clock. Brings it, barking out the signals, number 40, Nelson. Adrian Clark gets the ball, swings it up to Rev Williams, back into the post to Jason Daly as he looks for his teammates. Marshall cuts to the high post, back inside to Daly, looking for him to walk the baseline right about now as he sweeps.
Here they come again.
DeLon runs him over, ball goes off glass off Jason Daly. I'm just anticipating Jason was sweeping to go baseline because that's where he does all his work.
Yeah, he does a real good job down there along the baseline and the block. And then he'll pop out on the wing every once in a while, but if you get him the ball in that block, it's usually a basket. He does a real good job in there.
Timeout being called. Here we go with Kevin Gilmore speaking to Kerry Vincent. Go ahead, Kevin.
Coach, why don't you sort of set the stage here for us? What happened in the game last night, and then why don't we talk a little bit about the game tonight?
We played actually one of our better games last night. It's a team that had previously beaten us twice by 1 point, and we pretty well wanted to make sure that come down the last few seconds of that game. It wasn't another 1 point game, and I think we pretty well did that.
Okay. tonight. So what is the game plan for tonight's game?
Just go out, make all our shots, and don't let them score.
Short and sweet, huh?
Yeah, if we do that, we're going to win. If we don't do it, we'll be in some trouble.
Okay, well, best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Well, Kevin's interview there with Kerry seemed like Kerry was a little happy to get past Mohawk on that time, losing the first 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody team to beat you twice and then you face them in the playoffs, you got to have some concern.
Johnson up with the right-hand layup as Humber takes their second lead, 20-19, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half of this gold medal championship, OCAA basketball. Winner goes on to Vancouver for the national championship. This is Canadian College Athletic Association. Nicely just being fouled.
He posted up Rowan Beckford, I think, and Rowan tried to reach in and contest the shot, and I think he caught him across the arm or with the body. Not sure exactly which.
With the intense,
but it was a foul for sure.
When the intense effort placed by both teams on the offense and defensive glass, there's only been 13 fouls called in this first half.
Yeah, that's great too. That's good. You don't want to see foul shooting contest for sure.
Nicely, doesn't do as nice on the foul line as he does as rebounding.
Well, let's see. Let's watch his form here. Does he follow through? Does he stay in the shot? That's pretty good right there.
Just that missing that concentration. Imagine to see that ball go in the basket.
Probably. A lot of it's mental for sure, Bobby. You know that on the foul line. You got to see the thing going through before you do it.
Barry getting ready for his offense. Revy on the wing, jab step on Challenger. Challenger knows Revy very well. They played together, the graduates program in Toronto. As he brings him down on a 1-4 flat, pull-up jumper from 2, short air ball. That was a special play called, but he resorted to the pull-up jumper instead of taking him to the basket. Jeffries brings the ball over to the left-hand side of the court. 2-3 zone shown here by the Humber Hawks. Challenger, a three-point shooter, looking to get his shot off, but hesitates and passes an errant pass to one of the fans in the stands.
Yeah, I got mixed up there. He threw the ball between Sandy Jeffrey and DeLon Grandison. Both Sandy and DeLon thought each other was going to catch the pass. What we try to do there is we try to get the guy who passes the ball to call out the name of the guy he's passing to, so that doesn't happen.
Barry dribbles up left, Jeffries on him. Beckford steps out in the high post. Grandison reaching, and exactly what he did resulted in a foul. Puts the Humber Hawks in the bonus with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the first half.
Well, watch him here. You didn't see the first one. The first one he reached, they didn't call. So then he went and did it a second time, and they finally called him. It's like I wanted to get called for a foul, so I'll reach twice instead of once.
That would be lazy boy chair defense right there.
That's exactly it. Not playing with your feet, playing with your hands. And DeLon has the ability to play with his feet.
Beckford comfortably strokes down this one as if it was baby food to him.
Rowan has real good form on the foul line.
Humber with the biggest lead of the game, 3 points, 22-19. Durham looking to run something and get on top before the end of the half. Challenger, deep range. Daly comes up, Beckford and Daly fighting for it, and they knock each other over. Daly dribbling through nicely, dives on the floor and calls a foul on Nicely for his effort. We've seen a lot more contact than that.
Yeah, they're battling for the basketball here. You watch on the glass here, they're battling for the basketball. Jason doesn't quite come down with it, and two of them get mixed up, and he puts it on the floor, and once again, the reach, he'll get him again. He tackled him. He tackled him. I mean, the guy was trying to dribble, take off with the dribble, and he just put his arm out there around knocked his legs right out from under him.
Jason Daly in his final year as a Humber Hawk, I imagine. He's been on 2 of their national championship teams, one of the senior leaders out here. Let's see if he can knock down the foul shot in a big game. A little long on that one. Comes out, Carly grabs the rebound. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first half. A little carrying showed there by Jeffrey. No call made by the referee. Trevor Challenger.
You see, Trevor Challenger's too far out away from the zone. He's not a threat at all to score from out there. He's got to move in, pinch in.
Subbing into the game, number 33. Knocking down his first shot for a 3-point shot. His name is definitely going to be sought after that three-point attempt.
Because we don't have a number 33.
It looks like Nabausi, number 30, Nabausi, that's the way you pronounce it, knocks down the three that ties up the game. That would be the second three made from the outside by Durham today. Both players came off the bench that made that three. Jason Daly tips it inside to Marshall. Marshall kicks it outside to Beckford. Beckford off balance, tosses that three up as he answers the three from Durham. Inside to Carter. Carter to Jeffries. Ball movement to Grandison. Grandison left. Pulls up two for jump stop.
Oh, that's a tough call. He's standing there with his hands straight up in the air.
Grandison jumps into him.
A tough call.
Jumps
right
into
there.
Marshall. And let's see on the replay if he has a different angle, and he does reach down. Grandison dribbles. It looks like he has great position.
Oh, he lost the ball.
Lost the ball, and he called
foul,
looking like it was.
That's
Referee made what he saw, and that's what he called.
Tough call there.
30 seconds left in the first half.
Dropped his hand, walked off the foul line, didn't have a chance.
Grandison missing his first shot. Gets another opportunity.
Followed through on that one, but didn't go down.
27 seconds left in the first half of this gold medal championship game, OCAA men's basketball. The winner goes on to Vancouver for the national championships. Earlier on in the first game, we saw a buzzer beater at halftime. I wonder if we're going to get a three. Nope, inside game, baseline. Lee jumps up, nothing there. 5 seconds left. Jeffries with the ball, passes up to number 33. Does he get it? Yes! And he beats the buzzer again.
Nice play by Sandy Jeffrey. Good presence of mind to take a look down the court, hit the open man instead of trying to throw something up himself. Really heads-up play there by Sandy Jeffrey, the point guard for the Durham Lords. Well, Bobby, I think that it's a pretty evenly played half. I have no idea who's going to win this thing at the end. I would think that if Humber's allowed to continue to go in and rebound like they are against Durham, if Durham doesn't make a step up their effort under the glass a little bit, especially on the defensive end, I think they could wind up in a little bit of trouble.
Definitely is going to be looking forward to a great second half here on Rogers 22. Welcome back for the second half of the gold medal game in the OCAA men's basketball championship. Humber Hawks versus the Durham Lords. Jason Daly giving you a little showtime. Like I said, come back for more action, and there it is on the first possession of the game. Slam dunk. Humber up by 3 points. Humber defeating the hometown Algonquin Thunder last night, taking the Thunder out of their hopes to go to the national championships. And Durham defeating Mohawk, who defeated them twice by 1 point this season, but came up short yesterday. Tip in that last time by Cordis. Game still 1 point, 27-26 for Humber. Stepping out is Adrian Clark, passing over to Barry. Barry on the right side, dribbles up. Penetration, helps defense there. Adrian Clark from the top, too earlier on. Beckford called for his third foul.
Is that 3 on Rowan? Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to try to deal with. Rowan's their best player. And for him to go off right now. Oh, Mike's going to leave him on there. Okay, it's not going to. Oh, it's only a second, Bobby. So he still has another one there before he'd be in trouble, I guess.
Full court pressure shown. Again, they drop back. Jeffries reads it and brings the ball up calmly. Hesitation right on dribble. Crossover to his legs. Barry right in front of him. Good position. Kendrick Hopkins there. No threat has Kendrick been yet in that position. Just a passer in a sense. Sink down into the post. Tipped away by Ducanis. Marshall bringing up left. No one covering him yet. Alley-oop pass over to Adrian Clark. Tipped out of bounds by Crogus.
Crowd has read that real nice. And Kratos made a nice play up here to start the half for Durham. I told you before when we left at the end of the first half that Durham's going to have to pick up their play around the basket and do a lot better job rebounding on the defensive and offensive end. And they started off the half by doing that. Here's their single-double.
Taking Deaconese on the one-on-one. He has 2 fouls. Didn't see much time in the first half because of that. Jason Daly lobbed past inside.
I don't think Adrian Clark knew that pass was for him. If he did, he would have kept on going to the basket. And he would have been right in his hands. And he would have had a layup. But he didn't know it was for him.
Jeffries hustles down the loose ball. Gets it under control. Brings up the floor left-handed. Indicates an isolation situation. Hand on top of the head. Wants to take him one-on-one. Beckford with the steal. Barry gets fouled, but no called. Looks like they have an advantage up floor. He can get the ball up. Jason Dale in the ring in front of Crowders. Nothing there. Trailer Marshall. Nothing on net. They had that 3-on-1 advantage for a very long time, but the point guard
steal by Daly
to them.
Oh, he called him for travel. Great steal by Jason Daly on this. The press.
Good job by
Jason. Here he goes. He picks it off, and they call him for a walk. Gosh, I just don't see how that's a walk. Tough-foot jump stop.
Tough call.
A 1-2 stop, actually. And
Humber up by 3. Second half action is getting more and more exciting as the time runs down. But we still have 17 minutes of basketball to play here. Nicely on the wing. Clear spin. Cardis posts up. Inside out. Nicely on the baseline. Block. Marshall.
For a block, yeah. Looks like could be the right call there. Marshall's got to be lower in his crouch here. Yeah, you see, he's too high up. He's standing too straight up, and he's not in the right position.
Definitely a good call by the referee.
So he makes the contact, and it's his foul.
Nicely on the baseline, passes out to Jeffries. Jeffrey looks back in nicely. Nicely not really a threat from that distance, but is looking to pass the ball, drive right.
Here's Nicely.
Oh my God! He destroyed the backboard. I thought the game was over, Jack.
It was a great play by Shane Nice there. He's a great athlete, this guy. And you're right, Bobby. Out there 30 feet from the basket is where you want him with the basketball. But you don't want to give him a path to the basket.
Adrian Clark showing his nice touch from the top to answer that tremendous dunk. Jeffries up the left wing, inside out on Barry. Penetrates. Daly greets him.
That's going to be on Daly for sure.
I think Jeffries realized that he can take Barry on the one-on-one dribble, because the last time he called a clear-out situation for himself to take Barry, and in that indication he took Barry again, and Barry fouled him in the face. Then he had to get help from Daly.
Well, that time Daly helped, and he left his feet. He's flying up through the air, swinging his arm at the basketball. There's just no way you're ever going to get that call. That's a foul every time.
Sandy Jeffrey calling the isolation, must be able to shoot the foul shot, because if he's doing that, he's got to
miss too.
Got to get paid.
Yep.
Jason runs him over, steps over right inside out, turns over by Hopkins, and here comes Nicely for another dunk.
Oh! Bounce pass, Bobby. It's got to be on the floor. Got to be on the floor there.
Good try. Miscommunication between the two. As they talk it over for the next time, I'm sure they'll have that on take 2 and get it right. Barry keeping Jeffrey at bay. Jeffrey's throwing a shot to him. Barry retaliates and knocks him out. Both point guards are claiming their territory again, Jack.
Yeah, Bobby, again, I think you're right. What probably happened was Jeffrey hit Barry first, and then Barry hit him back, and he got called for the retaliation.
Humber with a 3-point lead. Kendricks with the ball back over to Jeffries. Jeffrey brings it up. Carter sprints to the black. Deaconese. There he goes again, penetrating, trying to take over the game, but unable to finish. Humber breaks out 3-on-2. Barry with the travel, no call, takes it all the way to the rack, and it's good. Nice take there by Barry.
Got a little 5-point lead here. They're opening up a little bit here on
biggest lead of the game.
Biggest lead of the night. You're right, Bobby.
Hopkins is definitely have to be a threat from that position. He's become a passer, and he has not made any attempt to shoot that outside shot. Nicely looking, nothing there either. Either wing they go to, they don't have to respect either one. They just stay inside the key. Nicely with the 3, finally looks to put it up. There is no way that shot is going in tonight.
As long as they keep Durham shooting from the outside, they look like they're in pretty good shape. Humber's doing a real good job of sealing off the middle, not letting them get anything inside.
Nicely working on his form as he goes back on defense. Don't think that's going to help him right now. Does not have the ball in his hand. Marshall to Clark, and he's made a living shooting that ball from that open space right at the top of the key.
I think it's his 5th one, Bobby. I think that's the 5th time he's hit a jumper from around the foul line.
He's 5 for 6 from that area right now. And there is where the Durham Lords will not win that game, or win that very pivotal game to bring them to the national championships. Number 10 does not have to go to the basket in that nature with the size he has on that team.
Yeah, plus, Bobby, the 101. They don't need the 101 stuff. They need to run some offense here. Make Humber shift their defense from one side of the floor to the other, break it down and attack it when it's its weakest point, when it has to shift. But
Durham must be very careful
on doing that.
Durham must be very careful right now because the last 2 points they've scored and 4 points they've scored has been on one-on-one moves.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That has to be a concern.
First time Diakonis touches the ball and it's on a rebound on the defensive end. He has not seen that ball inside of the post.
No, Humber's done a real good job of not letting him post up.
Sagging off.
Can't get it into it. Can't get it into Augusto. Oh, yeah, there he goes. There he goes.
Turning left every time. Fadeaway jumper doesn't get it. That's the one shot he's had in 6 minutes.
And Bobby, that's not a bad shot for Humber to give up. A little dead corner jumper from 10 feet is a tough basket to shoot.
Barry on the wing, fakes out, dribbles out to Marshall. Marshall swings it over to Daly. Daly inside, it looks to Beckford. Looks like a push.
Oh, he pushed him. Oh, he tipped it.
Referee makes an errant call, and he stands corrected as he changes his call.
The other ref overruled him, which is the right call. Definitely the right call.
Definitely got a hand on it by Kendrick Hopkins. When everybody in the stands and the bench says that call was incorrect, most likely the referee made the wrong call.
Exactly
the
right.
Jim was on the bench.
Yeah, the other ref did a good job. He overruled him.
Name is Al St. Louis cashing in for his first 2. 7-point lead for the Humber Hawks over the Durham Lords in this Ontario College Athletic Association gold medal matchup. Winner goes on to Vancouver and is brought to you here on Rogers Community 22. Frustration showing on the face of Nicely for Durham as the entire team is frustrated right now in the tenacious defense being shown by Humber College.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's upset about here. Crowdis sets a... Oh, okay. I think he wanted Crowdis to set a screen for him. I think that's what he wanted on that play there. You can see on the replay. He expected Crowdis to set him a nice big pick where he could go off the pick and maybe get a pass to the basket and give us one of those tomahawk dunks again. But, you know, Humber...
Meals for the production crew were provided by Pizza, 737-1111. Pizza, a proud sponsor of community television.
As I was saying before, Humber's opening up a little lead here. They got a 7-point advantage, and they're hitting their outside shots. And they're not that far. They're little 15-footers. And they're knocking them down pretty consistently. Durham's doing a pretty good job of keeping them on the outside. I guess they're betting that Humber's not going to knock them down all night, but I don't know. They're getting some open looks here. They're look like pretty good shots to me. On the other end of the court, Durham has too much one-on-one, Bobby, I think. You know, they got to run some more offense. They got to shift the defense. They got to try to get their guys posted up. See, like when you're trying to post someone up, you want to take the ball to the far side of the court and extend the defense and weaken the offense. Weaken the defense. Extend the offense and weaken the defense so you can throw the ball into the post. If you can get a guy matched up one-on-one in the post, Augusto, you have a shot at getting it into him.
Well, there you go from the coaching analyst point of view. Roger has all aspects covered here tonight as the Durham Lords looked to spread the floor and get the ball back inside one-on-one with Diakonis. And he's baseline jumper, nothing there. Jeffrey comes out left. They're still playing around in that corner. Inca Diakonis, and exactly like you diagrammed it, it came up and he came up short. Barry bringing up the ball on the right side. Nothing there. Traveling violation called, even though the ball is dead. Even though the ball was dead on the floor, he could not get up with it. Pivot foot was already declared. Turnover. Ball goes to Durham. Big stop there for Durham.
Yeah, they needed that for sure, Bobby.
1-3-1 shown here, dropping back into a 2-3. Cordes in the high post, playing on that left side. Hopkinson finally makes a three-point shot for Durham, as they will now have to respect him for that shot.
Yeah, but Bobby, I'm not sure he's going to knock that down on a consistent basis. You know,
5 for 7 for Adrian Clark from the top of the key.
Humber definitely has to get out and get a hand in his face and make him or contest his shot. But I'm not sure Kenrick's a three-point shooter on a consistent basis. Maybe 1, 2.
Jeffries with the ball, stationary, over to Crowdis. Crowdis has the ball, dribbles left one time, back to Hopkinson. Hopkinson over back to Jeffries.
You want to
still playing over
ball.
that court. They're playing a two-man guard as if they're playing a little triangle inside. The post players running around.
Here we go.
They finally swing it back to Jeffries.
There we go.
4 seconds on the clock. In and out.
Good rebound.
on the board.
Yep.
He got it.
Duquesne with a great rebound. That's what they got to do. They got to use their advantage. And here they are getting the ball down the court real quick.
Marshall pulling up in transition.
He didn't hit it.
Deaconess with the rebound.
Not a bad shot though, Bobby. Little 15-foot jumper. You can't complain about that. You know, beating them down the floor. That's a good play.
Durham brought the lead down to, or the deficit now down to 2 points, 37-35 for Humber Hawks here in the gold medal matchup at Algonquin College of Woodruff. Hopkinson's feeling it. Deaconess on the board again. Tries to get it, but he's using another part of his game to help his team out here. He's going to the glass a lot more than he is in the first half.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. They need to get him on the glass a lot harder than that. I mean, or a lot harder like he has been doing. He's a big, strong, physical guy. And to have him standing outside or have him not get to the boards is not good for them.
Barry with the ball inside over to St. Louis. St. Louis drags the back foot, misses off on the curl jumper.
Kendrick gets the ball up to Sandy Jeffrey. Let's see what they do now here, Bobby. Let's see how they attack this thing now.
Still in the corner, lob ball inside. Defense there, pushes off, travels, doesn't get it called. Crowdis goes up, tied game.
Yeah, real nice play inside from Duquesne to Crowdis for the jumper.
As we search for the telestrator and we find it, we telestrate that last play they just ran. Good deny by Kendrick Hopkinson. Beckford inbounding to Barry. A little bit of help. Lewis outside jumper, nothing there.
Good battle.
Barry pull-up jumper, short again.
Duquesne is going hard to the glass,
That
Bobby.
is what he's doing for his team right now to keep them in this game.
Both ends of the court. Durham's on a 7-0 run here.
Tied game with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in this final competition. Pick and roll. Jeffries wide inside to Curtis. Over to Nicely. Nicely hesitates, pull up. Battling for the rebound. Jason Daly nice and low in his stance. Kicks it out to Barry. Barry out the wing.
Great look.
Jeffries
Jeffries makes a great defensive play.
Hesitation, no dish. Pull up jumper, passing to Hopkinson. And the foul. Nothing there.
See, I think the dribble cost Stephen Barry on the sideline there when he made that pass. The man was open right away. If he caught it, looks up the court, throws it instead of catching it, putting it on the floor once, and then throwing it, gives Sandy Jeffrey a time to get back, steal the pass. Because he was.
Here we go with Kevin Gilmore and Mike Case from the Humber College, head coach from Humber College. Go ahead, Kevin.
Mike, another phenomenally successful year already for you, but obviously you're looking for the gold. Why don't you set the stage about what happened last night, first of all?
Well, I thought that last night Algonquin played a great first half, and I didn't think we played particularly well, but I think it had more to do with their play. The second half, we kind of risked going for either getting beat by 30 or trying to come back with a trapping pressing game, and it seemed to turn the corner, and when we tied it up, I felt that the Algonquin kids started to get a little tight, which is natural, and it came down to the last minute. It was a great, exciting game, and we're very happy to be here and very fortunate, I think.
Well, why don't you tip us off a little bit on what the strategy is going to be tonight to win the gold?
I don't know. We're going to try a couple of things, but this is a very, very solid team. Their three-point shooting is outstanding. They've got great inside scoring. They're much bigger than us, more physical, but we managed to beat them one time out of 4, which that's about our chances maybe, but we'll see what happens.
Somehow I think that underdog role may not quite be the underdog. Anyway, best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, and I think Kevin's right there, Bobby. Humber's been there before. They're very experienced. They know each other very well. I wouldn't call Humber the underdog either.
Well, right now the non-underdogs are down by 1 point to the Durham Lords. And that's a long shot outside by Duquesne as they battle on the glass again. Second time we've seen that happen to Humber Hawks. Not frustrated, they're only down 1. They're still in this game. And they will have to come up with a big stop here as Crowdis takes a knee out from under
Duquesne again on the glass, and they take it away from him.
There's Daly.
Jason Daly's got a great pair of hands, Bobby. He took that right out of Duquesne's hand.
St. Louis pulling up inside Duquesne. Duquesne gets his 3rd foul, and that is the game, Jack, right there.
Duquesne with his 3rd.
If he picks up any more fouls, he will be in trouble.
No,
that's his
nicely. It's nicely stirred. Oh, it is.
Yep, that would be his 3rd foul.
They only have him for 1 on the clock. Okay, so that's his 3rd foul. So yeah, Bobby, that could be trouble right there for them. He's doing a real good job on the glass. Let's see if they get him out. No, they don't. They're going to leave him play with 3.
Well, they're going to have to take the ball to him every opportunity now because in the first half, he sat down for at least 10 minminutes.
Yeah, he did. He missed a lot of time the first half with his, I guess. Oh yeah, because he had his 2. I guess you're right. But they only have him for 1 up on the boards. I don't know if that's
score table have him for 3, and St. Louis is on the line right now, missing his first of the foul shot. Al St. Louis, one of the better foul shooters from the Humber Hawks, comes up short on that one. There he goes, knocking down the second. Picks up Hopkins full court. Tied game. 9 minutes left in this gold medal matchup between the Humber Hawks and Durham Lords. Duquesne at the top of the key, lobs it over to Corey, who just subbed in, number 50. Back to Kendrick. Nicely penetrating baseline where he does his nicest work.
Baby.
Yep.
I did too. They're calling that on Barry, 50 White. I don't know what they're calling. Let's see if we can have a look at it and see. He's saying he pushed off. I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, let's see here.
Hopkins with the outside jumper.
Hopkins takes the jumper, and you can't see it. But probably what happened was he probably pushed off with his arm, trying to get position underneath the basket. He's a small guy. He's not as strong as some of those guys in there, and he probably needs to get a little advantage. He was probably in a crowd and thought he could get away with it. He could.
Subbing into the game for Humber College is number 22, Gregory Williams. He replaces number 50, Barry.
Stephen Barry, yeah.
Stephen Barry, who's done a fairly decent job so far in the point.
Yeah, Bobby, I like him. He's a real steady kid, you know. Handles the ball well, plays tough D, takes it to the basket.
Nicely, not showing us any niceness on the foul line.
No, he's having a hard time at the foul line.
I tell you, that jumping ability gets you only so far.
You're right, Bobby.
Marshall on the wing, LA cut by UCLA cut. Jumper by Beckford, and
Beckford's a good shooter from out there. I like his three-point shot.
He broke a piece of that backboard off.
Yeah.
38 all. St. Louis on long pass into the baseline. The nice light strip off him. And there's Daly.
Daly's hands again.
His pocket.
Again.
Taking candy from a baby.
Again, Bobby. He took it out of Duquesne's hands one time, and now he's taking it out of Nicely's hand. Quick
Beckford in
hands
the high
Jason
post.
Daly.
Backdoor, nothing there. Hesitate. Daly has the ball on the wing. Kicks it out high to Marshall. Marshall looking around for nothing. Bounce pass into Beckford. Beckford's looking into Jason Daly. Nothing there. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. As he hesitates, Marshall pops up. Ball moving on one side. 6. St. Louis goes to the basket. And it's up, and it's... Looks like it's not going in.
We're going to call a reach in on number 50, I think. Nope, 3-5, 3-5. Who the heck's 3-5? There's no 3-5.
There's no 3-5.
Let's see who he calls it on here. Here's a swing of the basketball. St. Louis is going to take it to the basket. Oh, it's on Crowdis, maybe. Either Crowdis or 50. I don't know. Either one of them.
So I think that one was on Crowdis.
Was it on Crowdis? Okay.
Subbing out of the game is Nicely. Subbing into the game is DeLon Granderson, number 44.
Good steal.
Hopkinson.
Nice drive to the basket. Good heads-up play there by number 50.
Corey.
Tom Corey.
Referee Williams up top.
And then the second part of that play was he got the ball up the court right away. Gave it right to Kenrick Hopkinson, streaking up the court, and he gets the layup.
Marshall swings it off to St. Louis. St. Louis has it. Beckford post up nice
Beckford's
and strong.
got him posted up. He hasn't posted up.
Beckford has the ball. DeLon all over him, but he still makes the basket. Tie game.
They did a real good job there posting up DeLon Granderson. DeLon had him, then he maneuvered to get himself around him, and he got himself a layup.
Well, DeCane has definitely taken a breather here the last 2 minutes. Haven't seen much from him.
It's on Crowdis, number 5, over the top, over the back.
DeCane definitely has taken a back seat at this moment, resting up maybe for the finish of the game. But there's no time to rest right now because his team.
Here goes Kenrick for the ball. Now watch Crowdis here come over the back. They call that over the back, okay? When he hits him from behind, he's trying to rebound. The other guy has position. They call that over the back.
1-4 shown here. Press break. Defense being played on 1/4 of the court as all 10 players are crowded into a small area.
There's some confusion here, and I'm not sure what
if
it's
it's
all
a bonus
about.
situation, they're wondering if it's a bonus situation. 7 fouls are showing up.
Okay, you're right, Bobby. You're right.
And if it is, they should be shooting the 1-and-1 situation. Referees are discussing this with the table. And as well, in a gold medal matchup, you want all the rules to be as clear as possible. Therefore, there's no confusion and no error causing for a team to lose valuable points.
Right, but I don't know what it is there. They have 7. They're not shooting. Maybe it's after the 7th.
No, it should be on the 7th, but I imagine that was an offensive foul.
No, but I think he called him for over the back, which is not an offensive foul. It's just a rebounding foul. Anyway, we're back into it. Now that's a foul for sure.
Referee makes up for that call down there. Referee will be going to the line for bonus in a second. If not, it's only 4 fouls for Durham. So Durham will be going into the bonus, not Humber College.
Oh, you're right. That's it. It's only 4 on Durham. Humber's the one that has the 7 fouls, so Durham will be in the 1-on-1 when next time they get fouled if they're not shooting.
I don't think Humber has to worry about that bonus situation. The way Durham's been shooting foul shots, that shouldn't come into play just yet. 40 all with 6 minutes and 45 seconds. St. Louis pulls up going left.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
Humber College definitely taking it at the Durham Lords. With a lot of confidence, subbing into the game for Durham. Number 24 nicely comes back in to show some control on the boards. Definitely rebound.
See, he got him with the body there, Bobby. You see that on the replay? He got him with the body. Al St. Louis took him into the paint, leaped, went up to shoot, and Crowdis got him with the body.
That would be probably one of the words that should be used more often here today is that's leaped. He's leaped. Every player here has leaping capabilities, and that's one of the reasons why they're at this level.
Bunch of athletes out here, up and down the floor, running and jumping. Beautiful thing to see.
St. Louis knocks down his first, concentrates on the second. Long on this result, DeCane finally shows up, grabs a rebound, brings it out to his teammate Henry Hopkinson. Jeffries back in the game, as it looks like Durham's going with their best lineup on the floor right now. 1-point lead for Humber. Jeffries out to Granderson. St. Louis gets called on the foul. Granderson goes to the foul line.
Was it St. Louis or was it Jason Daly?
St. Louis gets called.
Okay.
As he
but watch Jason
in.
Daly's hands here. Watch Jason Daly's hands here. Watch him. Watch him get his hands in here. He gets the ball. He strips the ball again. Great pair of hands by Jason Daly.
Granderson in the bonus situation doesn't look too confident at the moment, but Comes
no
up,
follow through at all, B.
Doesn't
No
look
follow
doesn't
through at
look
all.
confident at all. It's all in the mindset of how you're going to shoot that shot. Even if your eyes are closed, you should think it's going in. Gregory Williams dribbling right, looking to get the ball inside to Jason. Oh, to St. Louis, blocked out by Grandison. And this game is going down to the wire. No change from the first half. Good little bounce pass inside, gets control. But there's the guys leaping again to block the shot. Marshall looking up top, drags that back foot. Off balance shot. Oh! Jordan Ness.
Tough move, Bobby.
Jordan Ness,
Tough
no
move
control of his lower body.
by O'Neal Marshall.
Twisting in the other direction, knocked it down. Gives them a 3-point lead. That's the Humber Hawks leading by 3, and that margin is probably one of the bigger margins we'll see here tonight. Nicely out on the perimeter. That's where Humber wants him to be. Grandison, bad shot selection, comes off long. Hopkinson picks it up, resets the offense. DeCane screaming for that ball. He wants it adamant, not getting it, posting up strong. There's the weak side help, and he gets the basket.
Yeah, he did a real good job there. You saw them have the ball up high, swing it to the side, and Augusto had the guy pinned. He got the ball into him, and he knocks it off the glass.
I think he realizes it's time for him to come out of his shell and show everybody that he's here to play today.
We'll see. I think you're right. We'll see.
Reverie Williams playing around the top with Jeffries. Jeffries all over him, not giving him any room. Reverie Williams wanted to get that shot off Beckford. Kicks it out of bounds. As Reverie will be subbed for that showcase of Curly handling skills. He could have passed that ball a lot sooner.
A lot sooner? Yeah, I think you're right, Bobby. A little bit too much dribble there.
Pick and roll high. Humber plays it well, leaves nicely open. Will he make one? Yes, he makes one. And he shows with a clinch of the fist that everybody, I can shoot the outside shot. I've just been off for the last few minutes.
How can you foul a guy in that situation? He's 30 feet from the basket, dribbling towards the sideline. You reach behind and you foul him. Makes no sense whatsoever.
Emotion is a powerful thing.
They just knocked down a big shot here. They needed to play tough defense there, but they still have a couple fouls to give. But still, I mean, that's just not one to give right there.
Control of that emotion, he'd have put himself in a nice defensive position. Now this team is within one more foul.
Nice play by DeLon. You see DeLon there get out on the wing and not let the guy get the basketball. That's a real good play by DeLon Grandison there. Being in the passing lane, having a hand in the passing lane, and not letting him throw the ball to the guy on the wing. So Bobby, I think you got a 2-point game here. You got 4 minutes and 31 seconds. I still think it's going to come down to who controls the backboards. If Augusto keeps rebounding like he's been, I like Durham. If Humber can keep knocking down their little 15-footers, I like them. So let's just see what test of wills wins in this game, Bobby.
Well, this game is now down to 4 minutes and 31 seconds. We started off with 40 minutes. Not a major difference between both teams at the moment, with only a 2-point lead for the Durham Lords. That 4 minutes and 31 seconds will be played when everyone is tired, when everyone is fatigued and has no way of knowing what their body's going to do in that situation.
Yeah, Bobby, I think the thing here is you have to look at the mental mistakes when you're tired. Like when you're tired, sometimes you make some mental mistakes that you wouldn't normally make. And that foul that I got on that guy for there, 30 feet from the basket, it's a mental mistake, okay? Physically, he reached around him and knocked the ball away, but he did it because he wasn't focused properly. It was a mental mistake from the point of view that all he had to do there is keep the guy in front of him, keep the pressure on him, and not stop the clock and give him another 30-second clock. Because now you got 4 minutes left, 4.5 minutes left. And every 30-second possession now is very important to both teams. And you don't want to be giving extra possessions to your opponent.
Humber College inbounds the ball. Beckford out to Barry. Barry dribbles over to the right side. St. Louis comes off the curl. Beckford sets a pick up high. Barry baseline to St. Louis. St. Louis looks, sweep on Grandison out to Beckford. Beckford looks for the shot, dribbles left, right. St. Louis pulls up.
Nice D, nice D. See Grandison get 44, get his hand in his face, Bobby. Great defense there by DeLon Grandison.
That's the second time we've seen him do that, denying the ball on the wing on the previous occasion.
Here goes
clear out situation, called for Jeffrey.
Yeah.
1-4 low, as he's going to take St. Louis, who has 4 fouls, and either foul him out of the game or get a basket, and he got the basket.
Tough move there, Bobby. Tough move by Sandy Jeffrey. Now he reached around again. You didn't call it though.
Beckford steps out, swings the ball to Daly. Daly over to St. Louis, making up for that mistake, and he does. 3-point shot on the wing.
Tough shot by Al St. Louis.
Brings the team within 1 point as they were down 4. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this exciting gold medal matchup.
Now, if you're Humber College here, Bobby, you need to stop, okay? If you're Durham, you want to run some offense. You know, this one-on-one stuff it's scary. It's scary. Here we go. Here's Augusto posting up.
Granderson looks for the 3 and answers it. Nope, long. Augusto has to get it the hard way by getting a rebound. There is Jason Daly with the biggest hands in the gym.
They're big and they're quick. Those hands, that's the 4th time he's gotten his hands in there on a play. Twice he's taken it away.
I imagine the story is starting to write itself, and somewhere throughout this game, to decide it, those hands are pretty effective.
You could be right, Bobby. You could be right. You know, Jason on the offensive end, once he gets the basketball in the paint, it's almost automatic, okay? If he gets it on the block, he's usually pretty good posting up as well. But, you know, he's a great athlete, Jason Daly is. He's got really good jumping ability, and he's got a real soft touch around the basket, and you can see why with the hands he has, the amount of times he's gotten his hands on the ball. Now, Durham here is probably called timeout in order that they can run a special play to try to score a basket off the inbounds play. That's what I'd be looking for them to do. If not, what they might be doing is just trying to get the ball in bounds and then run a play. I would hope that they don't, if they do that, I would hope that they don't go one-on-one. It's not that I don't like one-on-one, it's just that, you know, you want to see all this ability, you want to see them use their teammates, you want to see them move the ball from one end side of the court to the other, break down the defense instead of going one-on-one with all these guys just standing there doing nothing.
Definitely an advantage in a team game with no I in team to use everyone to get the results.
For sure.
Including the basket.
For sure. Look at them.
Nicely tripped.
2 of them go down. 5 seconds. Oh, he called a foul. He called timeout.
Timeout Jeffries, very important play state there, and that would show that Jeffries has regained his mental aspect to the game.
No, yeah, that was a good heads-up play. Call a timeout there.
3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the gold medal game at Algonquin College between the Humber Hawks and Durham Lords for the Ontario College Athletic Association Championships. Winners moves on to Vancouver for the Canadian Championships, and Algonquin, defeating the Mohawk Mountaineers earlier, are awaiting the decision of the panel to see if they will get the automatic or the wild card bid to get into that championship.
Yeah, I wish them luck. I hope they do get it. For right here, though, what we want to see is we want to see a real good finish to this thing. You got a 1-point game. You got 3 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. Durham taking the ball out of bounds. Now, the last time they took it out here, they tried to get a basket, I guess. Both of their men fell down coming off the screen.
DeCane posting up, nothing there. Lob pass, nope.
Yeah, they're going to run something now. They're going to run something.
20 seconds left.
No, they're going to go one-on-one, B. They're going to go one-on-one.
One-on-one on Barry because they think they can take him to the basket. Hawkinson dishes it inside to Granderson. That's what the play was meant to be. Draw the attention to one, but dish off to the open man on the penetration.
That I like. That's a great play right there by Kenneth Hopkinson.
Beckford stepping up high. His team down 3.
There's St. Louis in the post. I like this.
Granderson off the glass. That is a spectacular play because it almost looked as if he planned it, but it was tipped off the hand. And as Marshall went to the glass, he came up with a loose ball and an easy bucket.
Great double team by Augusto there. Got his hand on the pass, but unfortunately it knocked off the backboard and went right to the Humber player.
Mike Cates and Dave DeVera screaming hands up as Jeffries dribbles baseline. The Caden's wide open. Misses that jumper. Misses it again. Oh, no, he finishes it that time. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. Durham Lords up 3 points.
Bobby, the glass. Augusto misses the shot the first time and has enough presence of mind to go after it the second time and knock it in.
Jason Daly on the block. They don't double team him this time. He kicks it back out. Back inside to Jason.
I reached around the back and called foul for sure.
That would be the foul that puts them in the bonus situation. Time stops. 1 minute and 54 seconds left.
You're right, Bobby. You're right.
Hopkinson picks up his first. That's surprising, seeing that he's played so many minutes and such tough defense.
Kendrick's played a real good game today. Knocked down a few shots. Just gave the real nice pass in here for the layup to Duquesne. Played tough D.
Senior on the foul line, not one to miss with all his experience. in OCAA basketball.
Jason's been around for a long time, and you'll see his experience coming out right here. He'll knock these down.
2-point lead for Durham. Jason knocks down the second. It's now a 1-point deficit for Humber College. Durham brings the ball up. Kenneth Hopkinson has it, hands off to Jeffries. I imagine Jeffries wants to call a clear out on this play. He wants to be a hero or a GOAT.
Well, let's see what they do here. I would imagine, now they're not doing the one-on-one play.
Jeffries seems to want that ball in his hands at all times.
13 seconds on the 30-second
He just
clock.
ran 17 seconds off that clock, and there he goes again. Jeffries, GOAT or hero, pulls up, passes out to Cade. Turnaround jump, nothing there. There's those soft hands picking up that rebound. Jason Daly, team down one, passes up the wing to Marshall. Marshall doesn't attack, waits for his teammates. Barry in the trail position, doesn't look for the shot.
Louis gonna shoot.
St. Louis has this look. Free look. Jason Daly with the rebound. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Barry. Barry travels. No call made by the referee.
Looked like it, Bobby.
And he settles up.
Looked like it.
He settles up. Mr. Mike Cates calls timeout to run his special play with 26 seconds left on the shot clock. 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the game.
Bobby, looked like a travel for sure, man. You're a referee at heart. Looked like he shuffled his feet. But anyway, that's good though. They don't have to call something like that. Let's let the players decide the game. Here's Jason Daly. Yes, he did travel, Bobby. Beautiful call. He definitely traveled. They didn't call
that call.
Although in a situation like this, big game like this, to see something like that let go, I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
1 point game.
1 point game. Want to see the players decide the basketball game, but let's make sure we execute the skills properly as well. Now here, I guess Humber's going to draw something up, and I expect that they'll come out and they'll get a real good shot here.
I could draw that diagram play right now. I'm betting my money. He's going inside on a high-low. It's a Jason Daly in the post.
I would agree with you 100% there. I think you might be right. But whatever he does, you watch and see what happens. The ball go up, and there should be a fierce, fierce battle for the rebound if it doesn't go in, okay? You should have Humber going hard to the glass on the offensive end, and Durham trying to block out and keep them away from the glass. I still like the fact that this glass is going to defend this. Whoever's strongest on the glass is going to win the game.
Well, in 1 minute and 4 or 2 seconds left. Here's the high-low. Jason Daly out on the wing instead of in the post. Back screen, he was open. They go inside to Beckford. Beckford turn around jumper, blocked by Nicely. Loose ball on the floor, Nicely has it. Humber is still down one with 48 seconds left on the clock.
Great defense by Shane Nicely. Great defense.
Nicely done, sir.
Now they got to shut him down here, and I look for Humber to shut him down here. Let's see what happens.
39 seconds. Isolation called. They're clearing out for him again. 16-15 on the shot clock. Jeffries dribbles down slowly as Lewis just keeps backing down. Hopefully he doesn't back down any further because he'll be in the basket. Hopkinson lobs it into DeCane. DeCane turnaround jumper, misses it. Nicely on the rebound. And the basket. As he sprints out to show his emotion on a great play on his part. I'm calling the foul situation in that case. Do not let him get that shot up. Just foul him as Marshall misses the ball and shows his disgust knowing that he just fouled someone who scored the basket to put them up 3 points with only 22 seconds left. And I guarantee Nicely is looking to sink this one, but unfortunately I don't think he will because he hasn't made many foul shots today.
Let's not jinx the guy, Bobby. Let's not jinx the guy. But I think that no matter what happens here, they did a real good job there on the glass. DeCane misses the jumper. Nicely goes to the offensive glass.
And that's
gets
what's
the
deciding
rebound.
the game right
and
now.
that is what is deciding the basketball game, the backboards. Whoever's stronger on the backboards. It's a big shot here because if he makes this shot, it's another possession that Humber's going to need to score. And you're right, Bobby. He doesn't get it.
And there's the glass again. Jason Daly swings it. And he throws it off. No one. It's off Jason Daly.
Jason Daly, you're right, Bobby. It's still only a 3-point game. Now, what you're going to do here if you're Humber College, if you're Mike Cates, you're telling your guys, do not let the ball inbounds. Go for the 5-second call because you don't want to see them get the thing inbounds and take time off the clock. If you get the 5-second call, you also get a psychological advantage if you can shut them down and not let them throw it in because you're going to get the ball. Okay, no time goes off the clock because you want to, if you're down, you want to try. You want to see the clock stop. You want to see no time going off. If you're up, you want the clock to run right now. So we'll see what happens here. I would imagine that that Humber will come out real tough here and try. And I think that Durham will probably try to score off of this for sure, but we'll see what happens. Maybe not. Maybe they'll just try to throw it out again like they did before and then just run a play.
I haven't seen any substitutions made by the Durham Lords.
Nope.
And if I am Humber, I'm fouling number 24, I'm fouling number 10 right away as soon as I get the opportunity, because they haven't made it foul shot yet today.
Yep.
Long pass coming up, set up in a stack formation. No one going long. Everybody staying in the short court.
They fouled Jeffrey.
And St. Louis fouls him, and that would be his 5th. Looks like a second comes off the clock. Hopkinson with a smile on his face, pointing up at the clock and praying as Durham Lords have taken a prayer moment and hold on for this last 17 seconds, they hope.
Okay, now they're going to call timeout again. And Kerry's going to get his guys in there, and he's going to make sure they knock these foul shots down and not foul anybody. You don't want to, if you have a lead here, you do not want to foul anybody and stop the clock. Or, not only that, you're going to put them on the line for free shots, okay?
I think in this indication is 5 fouls. They have a total of 45 seconds to decide what substitution they're going to bring into the game.
Let's see who Humber brings in. Al St. Louis, I would imagine they might bring in Revy Williams, 101 player, can score. And that's who they bring in, number 22, Revy Williams.
Into the game right now. 3-point threat. They have three 3-point threat on the floor right now. Revy, number 50. Barry and Beckford at 55, who could step out and bring the big man away from the basket and shoot that ball.
Now what Sandy Jeffrey needs to do here, he needs to make at least one of these shots to make this a 2-possession game for Humber. With 3 points, it's a 1-possession game. They can tie the game with a 3.
Jeffries definitely has the heart of wanting that ball in crunch time.
There's one.
Definitely has the heart of wanting that ball in crunch time.
There's one. So now it's a 2-possession game. Humber comes down and scores, which now what I would do is I would just take it right to the basket and try to get a quick layup if I was Humber. Quick layup and then get it. If they have a timeout, get another timeout, and again, don't let the ball in.
Kendrick Hopkinson kneeling in the back. Looks like he doesn't want to see the foul shot, just wants to pay attention to the score clock, hoping it's a good result, and he gets it. 55, 2 possessions are needed. 17 seconds left for Humber. Barry comes down, Jeffries all over him. Revy coming down, they switch off well. Gets up 10 seconds on the clock, looks to shoot as a 3, and it's short. Decade knocks it out.
They give it to Durham. They gave it to Durham.
Decade knocked it out, but they call it out on Barry. 6 seconds left. Barry gets it.
Okay, 5 seconds on the clock. 5.3 seconds. 5-point lead. Duquesne's going to go to the line. It's still a 2-possession game. They still need 2 threes.
Need 2 threes. The only indication I can have, or any situation that can come up at the moment, will be technical fouls or a 3-point shot with a foul attempt down the other end, and they stop the clock.
2 threes win it for them. Although they don't have 2 possessions with only 5.3 seconds. We'll have to see what happens here. If I was Duquesne, again, you got to get 1 here, because now 2 threes. Now 2 threes win it. If you get 1, 2 threes only tie it. 2 threes only tie it now. And if he knocks this one down,
the game is as good as over.
Well, it ain't over till it's over, B. But
I understand that point of view. But right now, I don't
doesn't look good.
Don't think the Durham Lords are going to do anything but watch this ball get inbounded.
Well, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. They should just stand there and don't touch anybody. Don't go near anybody.
Misses long. Jason Daly to the finish. And the basket is good. The final score will be 52-57. Jeffries hanging off the rim, showing everyone that he can get up there somehow, as he knocks down the big foul shots to send this team on to the Canadian Championships in Vancouver. Great action here.
Yeah, just a great basketball game. And I know I'm hammering at this, but I think the difference was the offensive glass, or the backboards, you know. Durham did a real good job on the offensive glass, and they were able to control it at the end, and that's what got them the win. Tough loss for Humber College, who's been there many, many times. And They fought hard to the very end. It was a real good basketball game. Some fantastic athletic plays here, right, Bobby? Just some fantastic athletic
appreciate
plays
the
on the
OCA.
offensive and the defensive end of the court.
I appreciate the OCA's abilities to come up with these types of competitions and showing that they can play OCA level and above. Maybe some of these players will go on to play at the CIU level, which will just enhance the level of the CIU if these players can do that.
Yeah. These are some real good athletes here. Some kids that can definitely play at the next level. And hats off to the Durham Lords there. They played a real good game. They stuck in it right to the very end, and they came away with a win. They're all pretty happy. You can see them celebrating right now. It's a real good moment. It's a real great moment for them.
Okay. And, well, on behalf of Jack Heisman, I'm Carlos Bobby Brown. The champions for 1997 for OCA College men's basketball is the Durham Lords. And Sid Ziga congratulates. I'd like to say thank you for watching on Rogers Community 22.